What?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Cheesecake, I think we're cooked. I think we need to make a new project.
Or you join
Bro, what
Planetary
happened?
Sigma.
Nah, all good.
No,
all good.
shit, no,
Just
no,
checking.
Lucas.
Yeah, I was just.
Man, it took a while, but I actually got the stream working. Oh man.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. Hello everybody. We are doing some modifications, or actually we are finding some new stuff out. We are about to explore.
Are we live?
We are live actually. Holy moly.
We are live.
We are live. Oh, okay, guys.
Yes.
Pop out that thing.
Stream.
Yeah, I'm not streaming on Discord.
Yesterday I owned it stream. Yesterday I
Alright.
owned it stream.
There we are. Let's see, I think.
Yesterday I owned it stream reader.
Oh, this is so cooked. This is so cooked.
Yes.
So join Planetary Sigma, am I right? I don't know. I don't get it.
No, this is
Never
just
happening,
cooked.
bro.
It's gonna happen. One day I'm gonna get Cheesecake to join Planetary Sigma. It's gonna
Hey,
happen.
did I close my browser?
Right, Lucas. Right. You can pretend.
What do you mean pretend? It's gonna happen.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
There. We got that thing over there, and where's my... Okay, like so. Okay, I think I got everything ready. Almost ready. Oh my god, what a day it has been today, honestly.
No, Cheesecake, watch this. Oh no, wait, I need to.
Alright, so... Hello everybody! Wait, I need to do one thing.
Hello everyone, this is Lucas, and in today's video we are playing Minecraft.
It worked.
No,
It
we're
just
not.
worked.
We're not playing Minecraft.
Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are playing Fortnite with Lucas, and we're gonna get some wins, right?
Lucas, when is Vulkan 6.7 coming? 1.6.7.
1.6.7. Nah, when is Vulkan 6.7 coming out?
6.7.
Oh,
Only
Vulkan
Las Vegas.
2.0, when?
Exactly. When is the next?
Yeah. I'm waiting, bro.
When is what?
I'm waiting.
When
It's
is
been
what?
like 10 years.
When is what coming?
Vulkan 2.0 coming out. Vulkan 2.0.
2.0? Well, we will see about that. I have no idea. But yeah. Okay, now we can actually turn our attention to stuff. Lorenzo pushed the stuff, so I'm gonna go. I think I have anything.
Rolenzo, you mean?
The Rolenzo, yes. I cannot spell checkout. No, I cannot. And I will just
Check this out.
So he pushed a version with metal, I think. Metal renderer, and there's just the renderer inside of that thing. So let's see what has he done. There's the client, yes. We have the server here, and then there's that, and yeah. Yellow now. Oh, today we're playing. Yeah, and now the GPU doesn't work. GG. No. It's gonna work.
Hello, Lorenzo.
Oh, it's the Lorenzo also here. Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is
Mic doesn't work.
Linux moment. So there's the high level renderer, which is this. back. And then any opaque pointer and a V table. Which is...
Are you trying to
Hello.
understand my code?
Yeah.
Us, V-table? Yes. Oh, hell no, man. The V-table fields ain't named in camel case. Damn. I don't know, man.
Texture copy.
How do we
They fucked it up with the
how did we
convention.
accept it, Pierre? Yes. But it's alright, Lucas does even worse, so it's alright. It's not very hard to fix either.
Why do you always have to be so rude?
Unlike Lucas's garbage.
Hey, come on now.
I'm only rude to you, bro. You've like terrorized the SIG community for the last year, alright?
That's what I do.
Like we can't live on with this. You know, Lorenzo is just so chill, so if he could write the worst code imaginable, and he would still be chill, you know. But you,
I'm just not chill.
I don't know, man.
I'm just not that chill guy, you know. I'm that
Yeah.
mad lad that does
Yeah,
weird
you're
shit.
just not a chill guy.
I'm not chill. You guys shouldn't see me.
Now you're a menace to the SIG society.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to do. Okay, wait. I don't wanna leak a few things, but I do want to do.
No, you leaked my Bitcoin token. Nah.
Yes.
Oh, my Bitcoin wallet. It's gone.
Oh no, not my Lucas Hub login information.
Did we create a game called Lucas?
The
That would be
Lucas
fucking
Boss.
mad. Okay, these are the
Yeah, I
reasons.
figured it would.
It will be Planetary Sigma, will be Lucas Hub, don't worry
Cheesesteak.
about it.
Look at
Lucas,
the
Lucas.
Hmm?
Tell Lucas to read this channel from Cheesecake.
Read this channel from what?
Lucas, tell
Which one?
Cheesecake tell
Yeah.
Cheesecake he should read the voice chat channel.
Cheesecake should read the voice chat channel?
Yeah.
What's up?
At Harold, tell Lucas to read this channel.
Yeah, Harold, tell Lucas that Cheesecake should read the voice chat channel.
Okay, guys, you're making me
It's a voice chat channel.
You're making me very confused.
Lucas, what else? Chat in the voice chat channel.
I'm supposed to read this thing. This is what I got for suggestions. So, guide for porting application from Vulkan 1.0. Update SDK headers. I think I already full system update.
Well,
so
that's
I think
Nah.
I'm.
I wouldn't
Nah.
say Vulkan version updates are like that different like from the core setup. Like you have more features. I wouldn't say that like they don't deprecate stuff.
No. It's not
nah,
about. Oops,
there is not that deep, you know.
It's not about that. It's about. Now I got access to the
At Harold, tell Lucas to read this channel.
read Planetary Sigma. Alright, I will do that in a bit.
At Harold.
Let's see what's going on. Bro, Powerplot added bunch of images. That's crazy. I'm gonna give you a bunch of refs from my Vulkan code. Shader objects. The reason to not use shader feature as it's supported not on every, but it's preferred to at least try to maximize hardware support, but this layer completely eliminates that layer as it emulates. DK shader object on drivers that do not support it natively. Okay. It's rarely a simple as somebody send pictures.
At Harold, sending pictures of code, that's the best thing.
Such an extension.
You should mark this channel NSFW.
Dynamic range
Yeah,
synchronization
C++,
too.
bro. What channel is this?
Imagine. Planetary Sigma.
It's Planetary Sigma, yeah.
How planetary?
I never see somebody send like screenshots.
Remember, Lucas, that we are kind of limited on shaders.
Kind of limited on shaders.
Yes. Because shaders are getting transpiled to per 5 and then compile to metal shading language
Hmm.
on metal.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, but it's mainly about the setup of Vulkan features that I'm interested in, so it's okay, I think.
Fantastic.
Yes, exactly, you get it.
Oh, why Cheesecake always uses this thing that he doesn't need to make pipelines? Right.
What? How do you not need the pipelines?
But yeah, I was saying and I not it's not quite honest, but send images about their code. It's usually about the sending actual code.
Read voice chat VC, bro. Read voice chat VC and scroll up, alright?
Oh, nah, bro.
What's happening?
Voice
What?
Wait,
chat
wait,
VC.
is he
Scroll up,
like-
scroll up,
Is it
scroll
your
up, scroll
code
up,
or
scroll up.
which code is it?
Scroll up. I don't know. Just scroll up, Lucas. Yeah, you see where it says Harold Hell now, okay? I did not write this code, okay?
Okay. Anyways.
Bro, scroll
No!
Bro, you can't just read like one word.
I just read hell nah, that was it.
Yeah,
Wha-
but then look how Harold reacted.
That's not how you
You
read.
gotta read more.
Let's merge Peter into then. Hell nah. Okay. Wow, congrats on new GPU. Is it good? It's really good. Can I just get back to doing the things I want to do now?
Bro, what am I reading here? Cheesecake. Where did you find this? This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Send me the link, bro.
Lucas code base, bro.
What?
Nah.
Bro. This is the funniest thing. Bro, what? SDIOs. What? Bro, what is this? Okay, bro. Oh, this is some funny code, man. Oh, this made my day. This is some funny ass code.
Okay, anyways. Ensure that you're using Vulkan SDK matches your target version. Later update headers files to the latest version. Update application API to target. What? Yeah, but we don't have the. We just have the metal renderer, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's the main, and that one. Render that you choose. Create. Yes. Okay. And where do you do? Oops. Let's see. So okay. And then asset server takes care of loading the shaders.
Yes.
Where's my damn LSP? Why is my LSP like literally dying right now? Okay. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Stream lagging, I don't know, it's on my side. No, it's my internet. Right now I'm building my own Prolong, but in Python in order to build it in itself. I want to be kind of self-hosted compiled one. Didn't you switch from GLF to SDL? I switched. We're restarting the project with more guys involved, so we're not even. We're gonna switch from using neither SDL or GLFW. We're gonna be using Harold's implementation of a window manager. That's right now we're using GLFW.
Window manager.
Listen, what did I say? Didn't I say what? Didn't you? Yeah.
Window library.
Window library. What? It has been a long day. All right. The boys caught me by surprise to get the new graphics card. I was like, "What?" Let's see quickly. Gonna you donkey. Oh, Lamau. They're watching my stream in the car right now. And then the people in the backseat. It's a gift from employed people.
Well, I'm in the car as well.
Wait. Okay, sure. Yeah, the boys got me covered this time for this thing, and now I have to prove myself that that showing how this modern Vulkan Features works. So I have to figure out how to do this with the new and improved.
Okay, Lucas, fantastic. Also, cheesecake. The thing you were talking about today. I was even thinking if I should even drop like at this not gonna because it's actually like a lot more readable if you just have the type, you know,
Asset
instead of
server.
at this.
Why doesn't the LSP find asset server from shared? That's weird as hell. It doesn't find shared even. That's even worse. Okay, I'm gonna do a sig build run. Probably will help me out. So, but that's okay. That's kind of what I wanted. Planetary Sigma. Okay, but that's Union build. Is the build having problems? Okay, we'll look into it. Okay, the build is having problems.
Cheesecake. No,
Oh.
man.
Built on my machine.
Yeah, but I don't have an apple. Let's see. What could be in build? Client server, but this is if you Mac OS target. I don't do.
Bro,
That
Jack, I
shouldn't
quit.
be.
What is with good?
Git good. I know that was funny.
Bro,
Here.
updates were rejected because
Sig object C. Is this something that you also just need for Mac OS?
Zig Objective C?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then I will probably add this into the. Wait, but you need to do it in here, so I will just do the same thing that you do here for this check, but just before it. Oh yeah, but how do I? Okay, this is maybe I'm doing something very dumb. Well, I will do it dumb first, and I will make it good. And well, I could actually just. I could move it directly in there to the thing that may be smarter. No, it won't be. Or can I? Harold, you here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So basically, Object C is only needed if it's a Mac OS build.
Hold on. What I know to do, but before you do that, just read the VC chat. Alright, it's very funny. Alright, my good sir. This is
Oops.
funny.
Now I'm leaking everything that I was not supposed to leak.
Yes, cheesecake. I was going to tell him that already, though it is a bit of a LSP destroyer. Just scroll up, Lucas. Scroll up.
I hope there was
Scroll
nothing
up,
important
scroll
there in the
up.
VC chat.
No, scroll up.
How much
scroll
higher do I have to
up.
go?
Okay, here you go. No. Okay, from here. Read the message cheesecake sent there, okay, and then you just read everything down, okay?
Bro, is this
Okay.
relevant actually to doing the thing I want to do, which is just adding it?
Yes, it is very relevant.
What is it about?
It is irrelevant, trust me. The thing you're gonna be using for the future, okay? The foreseeable future. Is read it, okay? I want you to know about it. Okay, because it is useful, okay?
The SIGSTD is cooked, or
It's
what
also
the
useful
hell
for
is
your
this?
skills.
This is Lorenzo's pull request. What's up with that? Holy cooked. Yeah, okay, I'll resolve that. Is this also relevant to that? Or is that, what is this?
Yeah.
MTL load action clear. enums, but it runs. Okay. Can you try not using stuff? Because I swear the code looks so much better without it, like platform instead of... I don't know, I prefer self over that. I'm gonna start to think it's same today.
It's actually kind of debatable.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Using at this is like even sort of... It just makes it really unreadable, especially for interfaces. I think it's like okay for like small structures or whatever, but yeah. Anyways, I got that. Okay, fantastic.
But that was not something was
So-
directly relevant.
No, it is relevant. It is directly relevant. Okay, but you want to use lazy dependency. Also, you gotta set it in the sun.
Lazy dependency. In the sun.
Yes, you gotta set it in the sun also. Yes.
So this thing...
What did
You
Master
got to
Zeta
set...
do there?
You gotta do a dot lazy after hash. Like,
After hash...
it's a field.
Wait, where's my damn LSP?
Yeah, and you set
Okay.
that to true. You don't have LSP in a sun, bro.
Damn.
Now you go to the build, and now
I
you
have to
can
go
do...
doing Saturday night stuff.
Alright.
Yeah,
The
alright.
back page already.
Alright. Bye bye.
Alright,
See ya.
have a great evening. Yes.
Yeah,
Now
so
you can do lazy dependency.
Lazy.
Also, the way this is set up is gonna be very hard to manage and unbearable and trash and awful, but alright. Fantastic.
Did I not do enough parentheses? No?
No,
there's
it's
enough.
that it returns a optional. Okay, so
Yeah.
what we're gonna have to do, just do it after the exe, I would say. Yeah, after the exe here.
So wait, I just
No,
do
bro,
it.
just don't touch anything. Just don't touch anything. Just don't touch it. Okay, just right after the exe. Yes. Now you can just do if. And then you do target dot result equal actually you can do
Let me
target
OS.
dot result
Huh?
dot os dot tag no do result no what
You're saying that do equal,
What?
but isn't it just
no
tag
that's not no
equals that Mac
tag
OS?
no it's just well no you do dot instead of doing equal macOS do dot Darwin. It's a method.
So wait, target that result
Oh my god,
equal
bro.
what?
OS tag. No,
Tag?
it's not. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh
fine.
shit.
What are you
Yes.
talking?
No,
Where
okay,
tag?
okay, let's start over from okay. Target result OS tag dot Darwin. No equal, okay? Is
Oh,
Darwin.
it's Darwin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that returns a bool, okay?
where's the equals true?
Yeah, I prefer the equals
Nah.
equals true. Excellent.
Well, it's an enum, so good luck.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
Or,
And then with
or-
this,
yeah, no, never mind. Okay, yes, ignore it. Okay, yes, take the Objective C thing you did up there.
yeah. And put it down here or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Lucas, when you're finished with this, Cheesecake sent in things about the Vulkan new thing with the pipeline as a handle and not as a thing, so you're gonna check it. in a second.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Anyways, you got to do dot question mark before the module thingy because it's optional. If you know what an optional is, yes. Yes. Now you can do on a new line here. You do exe.root module.add import.
And then it's just the thing that I do here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of, but it's not. It's fields and not. It's not a structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll figure it out eventually. Yeah.
And wait.
He'll
Yeah,
figure it
wait.
out eventually. And he managed to figure it out. Congratulations.
Is it? What is it that it's complaining about?
You.
No, but
I don't know, man. But
expected. Isn't this sufficient? It's just bullshitting me, right? Lucas missed you, lol.
This is
Hello.
bullshitting. Just
Yeah.
run it.
Ah, yeah. Have to run the use of unclear identifier. Well, server shouldn't even know about what the hell that is. But it's running. Ah, but that's
That's
from the
fine.
client. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Wait. There was a lot of messages that happened in the right now building. Okay, but it. There's a lot of infinite rewrites from C++ master LSP. He has focused. Hello guys, I'm back. Did anyone miss me while I was away? Yes. Okay.
Lucas, look, if you're done with the thing you're doing, look the C chat.
Okay.
Yeah, this, not
This-
this.
Mail renderer void enter lookup pointer. Destroy pipeline. What is the? But this is metal renderer. Apparently that comes in. Reason of a message sent. Is he talking more about it? What's up with this one? Instead of just a pipeline struct pipeline is it's just a handle and you do like destroy pipeline instead of just pipeline destroy. Yeah, I don't know how the
Yeah, they code ain't the cleanest, that you can say.
I haven't yet looked into. I haven't gotten that far even into this. I don't know how closely are Metal and Vulkan to one another. Okay, at least it gets this now, so that's good.
Pretty similar, except that one is on macOS and one is not on macOS, and one is very different. Yeah,
So
that's how different they are.
there's just SSH shaders, and then from there loading the triangle, and then vertex GLSL. Why are these things called? I assume this should be the same thing. Load assets. Okay. Wait. Loads asset null terminated, so it's just. Okay. Okay. So that just stores the path of the thing. Null terminated. And then texture image. I should enable that wraparound. How did I get that? That the text wraps around.
I have no idea. For me, it was just standard.
Yeah, I know I have a key, or there's key binding in LazyBeam for it.
Ask GPGPT or something.
Yeah. Wrap.
Damn, my head is hurting so much, bro. I thought it was like actually in the beginning of the day I was sick as hell. In the middle of the day I was feeling better, and now I'm feeling shit again.
Set wrap. There, I should have a key. I swear I have a key binding for it. G key.
Fantastic. But okay, I mean, you'll at least be better tomorrow, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Q?
Hmm.
That did not work. There. Text wrap, okay. No, that didn't do it. A text to line wrap. Well, I don't see what it's. I think it's broken. Oh, no, I don't know what I pressed the wrong button. Okay. Okay, cool. So I assume this is supposed to be this. So that, and then is it there, and then oh wait, it's the other way around. I would prefer. So okay, and let's see, import objective C, right? But now, how do I make this one? Shouldn't probably even be in here, right? Because this should only be happening if you are using the metal renderer. And it's mentioned in load texture RBGA in the main. Over here.
I'm gonna check what this objective C thing even like is or what it does, because it's probably something is hella easy or some shit.
It's in just literally Objective C. I don't know. I haven't written in Objective C. It's basic C++. Shouldn't this just be actually in like the asset server? Like, I'm thinking. I don't think we want this in the main, do we now? Returns, you would just pass in. So I think that shouldn't be here. Discover asset. I think we can have it in here. Isn't that okay? Oops. But then again, we don't want to also this is very I don't want the object seed. It's very like specific for the Mac OS. Damn, no one cares about the fellow YouTube watcher, huh? Anyway, how are things? Well, are you guys trying to build a basic render that works anywhere, or modern render which only runs on modern hardware? First time seeing you here. No, it's I want to try out the new modern features, so I guess it will be kind of like specific for modern hardware in that sense. Yeah, just got an upgrade to this from a GTX 1070. Oh, it took it as a reference. Well, now we're inside of the asset server. Let's see. Why can I not? Where is it? Oh, it's called this thing over here. File load asset. IRL to path, loads it. Can one do also imports to be? Well,
Yeah, you can.
This is a bit weird because it load texture RBGA. If that's the one, needs also to be like kind of like.
Oh, here's the load asset null terminated function I saw. Yay. Yeah, not if I'm gonna be honest, by you traditionally just call that like load asset sed, but
Oh yeah, that should probably
and also
be.
null. You know, in Sig we don't really like the thing called null terminator. We prefer like zero sentinel or like null sentinel or just sentinel, and then you can take in your sentinel or you name it sed.
Mm.
So I mean that's fantastic.
And there's watch streams like this, I assume. Yeah, I'm a super person Vulkan developer indeed. Cheating on civils with Sig versions. Also watched Rust and C and on streams.
Bro,
Nice.
how long? What?
I'm trying to think, okay, because
Oh,
it's kind of like
no. Ooh, this asset server ain't it, bro. It's storing the path to the assets, okay? And then when you want to access a thing, it's doing like formatting, alright, with an allocator. But you can also just open the asset root as a directory. And then you can use that directory, you know. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
This is me reading this code.
As long as it works, it's fine. I don't really care.
Bro, it's literally ugly and unperformant. Oh no, it's a CWD. No. Oh, hell no. It's so funny, bro. Look at it. Oh, bro. Oh, hell no.
But this is very objective.
That might be some of the... Oh.
How can we do?
Bro, look. No, bro, hear me out. Stop looking at it, okay? Just look at the CWD function, okay? Oh, no. That's too funny. It's never gonna be there. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing at this point?
Okay.
Yeah, bro, like, look at this. Look at it. It's never gonna be SDI or CWD. You know, it has never been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, it's okay.
Are you happy with your choices, Lucas?
It's okay. It's okay. I don't. It's okay. We have multiple people working on the project. It's not always gonna be the perfect thing, right? But we need to figure out a way to do this with the Object C kind of thing, because we cannot have the. Let's see. In this case, I feel like we could actually just use STDB. What is called STVDB. But this even, where is it even used? Is it even used anywhere? Vertex buffer, vertex. We're gonna create buffer. Okay, yeah. Index buffer, texture. Okay, so there is a create texture, destroy texture, and then render, update texture. Create sampler, yeah, destroy sampler, okay, that's fine. End frame, begin pass. Sorry, what? Okay. Draw index.
One thing also, the renderer is an interface, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Are we ever gonna like support OpenGL or anything like that?
No, that's just Metal and Vulkan.
No. Okay, because I don't remember Vulkan having something called set vertex index.
Set vertex index.
I don't think this, or like, what is this? Set index buffer, I mean, sorry.
No, that we have. Well, in a way, it's
That
not.
we have?
It's called update. It's what is when you draw.
Okay, and do we bind textures?
That's the descriptor sets.
Yeah, you just hear me out. I think the point of an interface is to make it as easy for as many implementations to do their things while still being high level enough so the user doesn't actually need to do any like platform specific stuff. I am not so sure that this does that because it says end pass and begin pass, but well, we don't have passes in Vulkan now, do we?
You do, but not if you use dynamic rendering.
Yeah, we're gonna use dynamic rendering.
So then you would just, yeah, but you do use the
Yeah.
passes in the metal apparently. I'm not sure. I haven't used metal.
Yeah, in metal, but not in Vulkan, and this is an interface.
Yeah. I guess, but it's also like, yeah. So you would just do that in just, for example, end frame. It's okay. We'll just tell Lorenzo about it, and he can adjust that. Because yeah, we won't use, or else we'll just leave end pass render pass empty inside of the Vulkan renderer. But I don't think even they should.
Hear me out. I don't think you should make interfaces when you only have like one implementation, or like you should already have a lot of stuff before you make an interface. All right, like my windowing stuff, for example, it's a biggest interface. All right, and I have a bunch of code to back it up. But like if I didn't have that, like I don't know what to do. Like what, you know. You don't know like what platforms do what and all of that. It's
all we know is Linux
so, like, you have to...
and Mac OS right now.
Yeah, but still, bro, you gotta think for the future, you know.
But what do we need to think about?
You can't just be. Well, what we gotta think about is maybe not making an interface for a renderer while we have like one half functional renderer.
Well, I mean,
You know.
Lorenzo wants to do it on his Mac OS, and he don't wanna use Molten VK. So
Yeah, no, I get that, but we should just make each renderer like separately, and then we can smack those branches together, make the interface, and ta-da. Because then, if you have both things, we can see what they need and what's like cross-platform or like what is not, like what do they do differently. Because like this ain't Vulkan, right?
well,
Like Vulkan is not gonna like that.
No, it's very close. Vulkan 1.0, 1.1 is close to this, or it's actually like this.
Yeah, 1.1.
And we're gonna do 1.4 now. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. We could do that. Maybe it's a better path to move forward like that. He still has the branch though, and it's also on the GitHub, so we could also just change it completely.
Hear me out, because because we're so many people now, I think we kind of gotta stop merging things just because they're like okay. Like on GitHub you can do like feedback or whatever, and then the person can change stuff, and then they can like come back, and then you can like tell them like, nah, this is blah blah blah, you know. And then they'll fix that, and then yeah.
Could you
Like
write that in the Planetary Sigma channel right now? What you told me about, so, the or I can message it, but I just need if you could write just the gist of it, so that like we will not make the merge right now, so not having the basically not having the interface, just to see that how we can plan this out basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know, most of these are like fine actually. It's not that big of a deal, but here's a few things, and then also I don't know, the asset manager feels a little bit some questionable things, to be honest. Not too crazy, but a bit weird.
You think?
Oh,
it's so funny, bro.
It's okay, but I'm not really because it's not, because we kind of need still though to merge, like for example the physics and these kind of things. You didn't send the message yet, did you? No, good.
No, I'm working on it.
Yeah, but before you send, wait, because I mean like, I don't yet see like why is it too bad to do the interface yet. The only thing is that we don't really need some of these functions. Like we could be pretty much set with a lot of it already.
Well, I mean, first of all, the interface itself is very, well, what should you say? Not very interfacey. It's basically just like I think the functions probably match exactly what the metal renderer is doing. If you know what I mean, like
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
It's very
It's like if I made a windowing library
Mm.
and I made a window proc on X11,
yeah.
but only Windows has that. So
Should we perhaps? So should we do like a main Vulkan and main Mac OS or something like that in the source client?
Well, nah. What you really should do, I don't know. I can stream and you can look at what I've done with like windowing, because it's windowing rendering quite similar. Yeah. Also, yes, you are allowed to share my screen.
Yeah.
I don't have anything private here except my Lucas Hub logins. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now it clicked
Okay.
for me. When you say
So
Lucas
see-
Hub, I was thinking about something like Habbo Hotel, but you were talking about something completely different.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, my mic was.
Mute as well.
Seriously.
Okay, but you see, if I run this, actually we don't want to open the other one. Wait. CD simple. Okay. Simple.
Wait. Before you, okay.
Now you can say.
Okay, wait. There was just in the chat. How many years of do you have? Wait. Where are we getting? Yeah, getting some experience from people. How many years of experience do you have in Vulkan? Who do you ask? I have been okay, Vulkan side project for like a year, I guess, and some Rust web GPU for Voxel and Ray Marcher. Well done. In my opinion, interface should only set in stone after implementation are done. Yes. Do you guys have an
Yes, exactly.
ECS or something? Why don't you first implement the render first before integrating both? Yeah, we will probably
I don't know
go
what
toward.
they're doing.
We will try to do both renders first. You just use the ECS to render however you want, and after you are done, you can actually make the interface. Well, the thing is, because we are 2 people on Mac OS and 4 or 6, 5 that are using Linux, and the 2 on the 2 on Mac OS really wants to use the Mac OS Metal, so I guess they will just do that. And wait,
Yeah, but that's fine because they'll just be on their little metal branch for now, and then you'll be on your little Vulkan branch with cheesecake and tissue or whatever, and then when both of you are ready, then you can
Wait,
look through
there
and
was also
what is our interface gonna be?
there's the new GPU. I already got my RAM is already fine. My RAM is fine. I don't need.
Nah, bro, needs upgrade.
I think we need another 64 gigs.
Bro, I could always say that I had a better GPU than you, but now, like, you cook my PC in every aspect.
Damn, bro. But like, if we go to my stream, and then we do Neo Fetch, and I dox myself.
Do that.
I mean, sure, I don't have as much memory as Lucas, but I have better memory than Lucas. Alright?
Yeah.
Bro, how is every PC better than mine in this voice chat, bro? Harold is on a laptop, and and you know what the crazy thing is? I think I have the best monitors. I think I only invested in monitors.
Bro, I have one monitor.
64 gigs.
It's my laptop.
Yeah.
Like 2560 times 1440, and then middle one has 240 hertz, bro. I spent I think 900 euros on the full monitor.
Bruh.
But Harold, you were saying
But
like,
it was
but
like 3 years ago.
300.
how were you
Yeah.
thinking without us doing interfaces to have separate implementations for Metal and then Vulkan?
No, well, you'll have an
Separation.
interface later, but
Yeah.
for now you just won't have one, and for now you'll just do like whatever.
Yeah, but how do we do that? Whatever, because can we still have it through the same main? I guess we will have to have separate entry points, or am I wrong?
Well, it's gonna be separate branches anyways.
No,
Isn't
because we
it?
need to merge everything else that will be the same, like the server, because that won't really be
Yeah,
different.
but like everything to do with rendering, like since we're doing Metal and Vulkan, they're gonna have to be separate branches, and then when you guys are done with the renders ish sort of, you know, like you've come like enough so you can actually draw like a model on each platform, whatever, and everything kind of just works. It's like semi okay. Then you like make an interface for it, okay, and then you put the renderer inside of the main. But for now, you can be on your Vulkan thing and have your Vulkan main, whatever, and they can have their Metal main, and then we'll just go over the main afterwards when we have the interface.
But still, wouldn't still be better just to have the when you run the build script, you will either run Metal or Vulkan main for the client. I think that's still clearer in that sense, because then, well, you can't really. They can still run the Vulkan test, I guess, but we cannot really run a Mac OS. Or. And then we won't have to have separate branches that needs to be up to date, and then when we create another branch, we don't have to be specific about doing some update for, you know, because also when you do some changes, yeah, I think it's too much to think about to have them just manage the branches if we try to be so specific about it. Or am I wrong? I think.
Well, I mean, like the rendering branches should only do rendering, so there shouldn't be much to sync up with anyways, because we're not gonna do anything until we have rendering.
But the thing is, you cannot really test if anything else works without seeing them visually on the screen, right? How do you know that your rotations work without seeing that they are rendered correctly? So then you would have to think about when you do the push.
No, that's why you.
No,
that's why you have to do the rendering first. Like, we shouldn't integrate an ECS or any.
Well, the thing is that we are
like
so
that.
many people, I don't think it's possible to do so.
Well, I don't think we can either get like everyone to work on like everything at the same time either.
Well, that's what we currently have
because
going.
we need rendering.
And they are working.
Do we?
Yeah, Glide is working on the rotors. Cheesecake is looking into the physics. Andrew is looking into animations. And Enti is researching about networking protocols. And you're doing the windowing stuff.
Yeah, but my thing is a bit different because it's on a totally separate thing. Like,
yes.
And this is done just like.
Yeah, but still, everybody's kind of working on something. Would be nice still to be able to render stuff, because when we get to the physics, it doesn't even have to render good. It just has to show something that can illustrate. It doesn't even have to be good lighting. It doesn't have to be good anything really. Could be awful quality, awful frame rate, but there's just have to be something there to test the thing. Well, we're still improving
Well,
stuff.
in that, like, sure, but in that case, you're gonna have to like design an interface that both of you can build off, and like we can't just have, like, for example, if I was using OpenGL, I can't just have my like rendering interface have like a, I don't know, bind VAO or something. Like that doesn't exist in Vulkan nor Metal. Like it shouldn't be a low level interface, right?
But I think
It should be like draw mesh or something.
But wouldn't the most, if we don't do, if the interface, I think either like we do the interface still, just try to make it more abstract, or we do two separate mains, and then on build.
Having two separate mains is never a good thing.
But it's
Like,
right now
what you
it's
can do.
would be temporary just for as long as we don't have decided on the interface.
You could do that, but it's also a bit icky. But like what you really should do instead of having two mains is like if you make your renderer structure, okay, right, and then you can have a inner, I usually call it because I'm goated like that, and then you can if we do switch built-in, right, OS tag. Okay, so if it's a Mac OS, we're gonna have the metal renderer, okay? Or like it's gonna be somewhere. I don't know where. Like it's probably gonna be called metal and it's in a separate folder. Like having an interface for a renderer like this is really dumb because interfaces are really used for runtime, and you're not gonna have metal on Windows or anything. So you can just do this instead, and then, you know, else it's Vulkan. Yeah, and then what you can do is like you can have a function here called draw mesh or whatever, and that can take in whatever it needs, right? Okay, and then on switch built-in OS tag, and if it's Mac OS, we'll do the renderer inner, and then we can, it's gonna show like if we have here a function called metal draw. Now this is a terrible name because
No, I get it.
Right, and now you can see well it's gonna be metal draw if it was on Mac. And then you could have like, let's say the Vulkan needs a bunch of other stuff. Like you can do like, I don't know, setting the Lucas files. And then whatever. I just don't think a runtime interface is good for something that is, you know, not gonna change anyways. Right?
Yeah, but I don't think we want to. Because now if you do this, you would have to always update. Every time you create a new function, you would have to go into here and then add that new function. I think still the main would be easiest because then you wouldn't be constrained by any interface ideas. Having two separate mains would be the easiest for the nastiness that we have to do and the fastest movement forward.
Okay, so if you think about this, so let's say we have two separate mains, okay, and let's say now we do the rendering differently, okay. We can still use the same windowing, we can use the same physics, we're gonna do the exact same everything else.
Yeah.
Isn't that like so much repetition instead of just doing this?
No, but the thing is that when you do this, you would have to always have to do this, create the function twice. Because you have to do it in here, and then you will have to do the else if there, and then you would have to connect it with your ID, and then also they would have to implement the thing already in your idea of doing this as well. Well, if you just have separate mains, we are not constrained by any of whatever we want to do or what they want to do.
Yeah, but if we have separate mains, everything else is gonna be suffering from it.
But I think
because like, let's say we have physics and there's a bug with the physics on the Vulkan or like the normal main or whatever, like, is that bug is gonna be there on Mac because no one else like fixed it?
What would
It's
be
so much shit.
what would if physics go wrong? Then the only problem that could go wrong is the render that's renders incorrectly, not physics itself, because then it will be wrong on both.
Well, I don't know. Let's say you do something in the main, okay, and you do it like slightly wrong on Metal or like a Mac branch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just gonna work on the normal one, but not on the Mac one, and there's just so much shit that's gonna be terrible. There's also just like so much code repetition that's gonna have to be done, or you'll have to like just abstract it into a new main. But doesn't that
Well,
just
the
like
only
lose the
thing
entire
that
point?
you would have to do is the client is only responsible for rendering and input handling. What else is there on a client?
Well, I guess physics, but I guess we're not actually doing physics.
No, that's independently on server for now.
Networking,
Yeah, I guess that's something.
for
but
example.
yeah, unless if you make the networking kind of like it's like a net kind of like .sig file in the source, so you wouldn't have to. Well, I don't know. That's kind of weird again, also. But it would also keep the main clean in that sense.
I don't know about having separate mains. It's I don't think it's a
Yeah.
good idea, man.
Yeah.
Like you should I don't know, but like I try to follow this thing of that structures should be like platform independent. It's like no, it's like structures can change depending on the platform, which is okay. But functions shouldn't do that. Like this is one function here. I'm not doing like I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah. This isn't even like that much overhead because like if you let's say you're doing a cool new feature called ray tracing, okay? Like
We don't have to be concerned about
tracing
overhead.
mode.
The only thing we need to be concerned about what's the easiest way to get things rolling without like what's the easiest thing to make things rolling without like depending what you mean by overhead. I mean usually when somebody says overhead I think about performance in sense, not about implementation.
Well, overhead I think about like if you make a shit ton of just terrible code that's terrible to maintain, that's a bunch of overhead.
No, that's yeah. That we don't. Yeah, that's what we kind of want to avoid because we just want it to be able to. If you have an idea, you want to do the thing through the render. The render is the only thing that is constrained right now. But isn't this kind of what he does already with his interface thingy?
No.
Wait,
What
Harold,
he does
aren't
is
you just?
a runtime interface.
Wait, that's what he's asking now in the chat. Harold, aren't you suggesting making an actual interface via comp time switch render types rather than?
Yeah, well, it's yeah, sure. It's compile time. It's why have a runtime interface when you're not gonna have metal on anything else, anyways.
Yeah, wait, there's.
It's a waste of memory, waste of computation. This is waste.
Elliptic says at least that I agreed. For now, different mains would be better for development. But I do agree.
I don't
though
think
with...
Elliptic writes code. Oh, I should say.
But I do agree, like still though, with the idea of if you do some networking slightly differently on the Mac OS compared to the Linux implementation, then you will have discrepancies between the two, which are not something that you would ideally like to mess with. But another thing I think that what we could do to avoid it is just make the net a simple init and update kind of and d'init, and you would not touch that thing outside of that. So then the changes will not be fucked.
Or hear me out, you can just do this.
Yeah, but the I think the mains wait. Let's see, guys. You don't have to do things differently. You just make methods common. Just do
What?
tick. Just do
It's
tick.
in C++.
Yeah, just do tick methods.
What?
Yeah, I guess
What's a
what
tick method?
It's basically an update. So instead of doing all of this, you literally just make an update, and then inside of the update, you do whatever you want to do inside of the Vulkan renderer and inside the metal renderer. Whenever you do an update.
So you mean spawning a separate?
No. The same thing that I did for with the hot reloading. You know, I have the init, update, and the init to be hot reloaded. And then.
Oh yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, and I get that. Okay. But isn't that just a high level interface, like I said?
That's
How?
no, like that's. I think that's even like. That would also be better to do yeah, that would work with my hot reloading idea. That whatever you choose, and then it would just load that dynamic library, and you can hot reload also at the same time. It would be kind of sweet. You just have init, update, and deinit, and inside of update then you're already inside of the. We don't do like any abstraction in that sense. The only abstraction is the init, update, and deinit, right? And inside of the update, you do whatever you want to do in metal, and update whatever you want to do in Vulkan, right? So
a high level interface.
yeah, with just 3 methods, that's it.
Yeah, a high level interface.
Because, and then after we got that
draw
working,
mesh here.
But I don't even think like should okay, for me it's like I don't even think do we even need anything else? Like isn't that all we need? Because doing all of these, well, yeah, we can get into the interface later. Right now we just need to make this separated, and I think update deinit and init is all the functions that we need in order to accomplish it, right?
Well, I think init and deinit is great, sure, but I don't know about update because we don't want to have the ECS in the renderer now, do we?
Well, we could also just pass in a we need to pass into the render what's gonna do. So
yes,
how do you tell it?
Why don't we? Well, we would have an init and a deinit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes, and we would just have like a draw mesh, and the mesh type can be a common thing. It can also be like platform independent because we can do the same thing like this, like you can have mesh and then it can be different on different platforms, and they can do what the hell they want, right? Yeah, and then you can also have, I don't know, begin or something, or what could you call that?
Well, what we could still do
is percent and whatever.
What we could still do is oh god, that would be so disgusting. But what we could do is still do the deinit, init, and update. And update takes in the ECS still, but it's we have
no.
Don't
listen, have ECS in the render.
No, it's not in the render. It's just an intermediate stage between the main and the render, where you then have this. Well, that would be kind of like the interface, where it's just literally update, and then inside of that thing you have Vulkan and metal that then calls the appropriate renderer methods or functions. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Lucas, yeah, but like if you look at my stream here, you know what how I usually think about an application is like, let's say we have the main here, okay? Yeah, and then we can have our renderer here.
Yeah.
And then we can have our windowing here. We can have we can have our ECS logic here. We can have our networking here. Yeah, this is very nice. Yeah, but this is the ECS here. So when you're putting the ECS in the renderer, it's kind of like you were just putting a big purple box inside of here. Or actually, if we tell the yellow is the ECS here, okay? Then it's kind of like it's overlapping in here, and that is not nice. You don't want overlap, because overlap bad. You should only have the main have all these things,
Wait, you can also add post hot reload and pre hot reload to your hot reload interface. Guys, I don't get the purpose of not letting the renderer access ECS. All the actual state for the renderer is in the ECS. That's also true.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
What?
all of the states that
No,
you
no, no.
need. What is in the ECS that you don't need for rendering?
Literally everything else.
What is that? Name one thing.
Well, let's say we have, let's say bullets, and those are not bullets that you're drawing, okay? Those are just like bullets that come out of your gun, and they are invisible, okay? They don't need to be in the renderer now, do they?
But usually when you do have bullets that you want to render, you need them inside of the render either way, so it's just convenient to do it anyways. And you could even do bullets that are perhaps not rendered, but for debugging purpose you would like to access them within the renderer.
You could do that, but also no.
And it would also be really convenient to just do that with the hot loading also, because yeah.
Nah, bro, doing what is convenient that's literally the motto of C++, okay? And nothing there works.
No. I think convenient is good here. If you don't want to do that, you are putting the render into the ECS. What? Let's put it this way. What is that is needed for the render, but it's not in the ECS? Yeah. I don't think that's still something that. I still think that everything, even those bullets, could still be used occasionally inside of the renderer. I don't think they are like a hard no.
Okay, no, okay, bro, hear me out. Let's say the orange here is the renderer, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's only the rendering in here, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, okay. And now, how do we render all our objects from the ECS over here, okay? So instead of shoving the ECS over the renderer, you know, what we could do is just have the bare ECS, and then inside of the main, we can have a little function or like some stuff that basically it's just a method that queries for all the things with like rendering, yeah, okay. And then it draws those, so it's like a thing that connects these two. Yes. And so it's not a part of the renderer, which means that the render is gonna just be simpler, and the ECS is also gonna be simpler. And then you have another part that's like very hard coded and is in the main, which connects these two. Yes.
I don't know what.
Yes,
I don't know. Like just passing in the ECS, isn't that simple already? Because you can just query the items that you need in the render, anyways. Like I think you're making it more complex by adding this extra abstraction. You have to always keep in mind like what am I going to pass, how I'm going to pass it, and then having to write custom commands kind of to pass it into the renderer. Like I think that just makes it harder than just passing in the ECS and then doing what you want to do in the renderer with that ECS.
Well, when I typically design software or whatever, I always try to have parts as independent as possible, because let's say I want to change out the ECS here, okay? Like I want to change it out to be another ECS, yes. And suddenly, if it was overlapping with the render, well, now I have to do a bunch of shit here also. But if I change this out, I could also just fix this function over here, which is simple, and I never have to touch the renderer. You see, it's less shit I have to touch.
No, it's the same amount. Because you have to fix the thing that are sending the things to the renderer instead of just fixing the renderer directly.
Well, I think a function that queries for ECS things and then tells a renderer to draw them is a lot easier than a renderer, right? Yeah.
Depends.
Also, this concept here, if I have another function that does all the networking stuff that connects the ECS, yeah, I guess this shouldn't really overlap with the rendering. Goddamn. You see, I have this function here that connects these two, and it's just nice and simple. And because these two up here are really simple functions, okay? They're basically like a glue between two cars, okay? Yeah. And so if I change out the ECS, I have to do very little. In compare if I was having the
Yeah,
ECS be like chained together to this, because let's say I want to change the ECS now. Well, now I have to change a bunch of shit in the renderer. I gotta change a bunch of shit in the networking,
no,
and maybe I don't want to do that.
that, no, yeah, but we are not gonna change out the ECS. Not for this.
Well,
If
you
we
might
change
actually
out,
do.
if we change out the ECS, then we are making a new project instead. That's the like the ECS is good enough for what we're going to do.
The ECS is quite terrible, and you might want to change it.
No,
But isn't it still good to have things as like easily like? It's kind of like when you're building a car, okay? When you're building the car, you're
Yeah.
not gonna like attach the windshield into the
Yes,
seats.
but the
right?
thing is that if you think about it, the first time you ever make a car, you don't concern about these things. You're more concerned about getting it to run. You're more concerned about getting it to move forward, not about can I change out parts in the future. That's when you iterate on a new model.
Well, you can do that, but if you also design the car from the start to be really modular, let's
But
say
that
the
implies that you
engine
will
here
have
is
to know.
terrible.
That implies that you will have to know that you are going to do this in the future. Now we don't know that, and I think what we got is already good enough to move forward with what we got.
Well, that case, let's say I have the car, okay, like the base structure of it, which is the main, okay, and then I have the engine here, right? And let's say I build a little bit over the renderer with it, and then I'm like, maybe it is terrible to attach the engine to the wheels, because that is an awful idea. Like you can think in the future, but like what you want to do here is basically just shove the engine like and the wheels into one.
But that's
big
what I did
mess or
for
something.
Planetary Sigma, and it works perfectly to have the ECS because it's so simple.
Planetary Sigma.
Yeah, and
Nah, bro,
it's
Planetary Sigma was so bad we had to restart.
that was because
Bro.
I implemented the renderer with, I don't know what you guys disliked about it really. I guess it was just a glorified OpenGL, but
No, what I didn't like about it was this shit.
that's
That
the
you were
shit
like
that
the
makes.
ECS and renderer.
But that's the shit that makes it
No, bro.
convenient. You don't. Literally, right now, we're in the same state where it would be convenient. Even right now, when I have it and I modify it, it's convenient. It's not really a problem.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be convenient here because, like, you don't. It's still convenient, but if you want to change something out, it's not gonna be as painful. And you want to change out things like a lot. Like
What?
This is why I do things like this, bro. Because I change out things, right? Like if you change the renderer to like you rename the draw mesh function and it instead takes in a model and a texture or something. The only thing you gotta do is like change out this function here, this little glue function, and the ECS is perfectly fine. You never touch it. It's just nice, okay?
Why would you no what? But if you wanted to change out the draw function for texture, you would just change it directly in the renderer instead of having that intermediate pass.
Sure, well, it was still an example.
But can you please ask Harold how else he's planning to tell the renderer about the things it has to render? He's basically suggesting to make a. Are you suggesting to make
teeny tiny function?
Like
a teeny tiny function that basically queries for all the components, like rendering components, right? And then it just tells the renderer, hey, draw this. And that's all the glue does. It does nothing more. It's
the renderer
super
would
basic.
expose draw mesh, for example, and then
yeah, I mean that's.
Then the tiny function you're talking about is the one that just does the querying and passing the appropriate information to drawing a mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that
based on the component data.
But that's also fine, I guess. But then you would have to make that also Vulkan or metal specific for our convenience.
No.
Yes, because otherwise you would.
That's why you. this, bro. This,
Yeah, but
bro. Look at this.
there's the
If you
problem.
have a draw
But
mesh.
that's where the problem comes in. Let's say you said, for example, begin render pass. Now
Okay.
the thing is that Lorenzo, oh my god, Lorenzo is going to want to have that, right? But we don't want it. So now the question is that what do we do then? Do we just then we will have to be forced to make that implementation kind of like empty, right? But if you just have the because we don't want to force an interface already, right? So we could just have a separate we could still have the same main, but just then have a kind of we could have an interface that is just init, update, and dinit, and inside of this update we implement independent these abstraction functions that you spoke about, but we don't have to be concerned about telling the other one to implement the same features.
No, because if you make an update function, then you're going to have to pass in the ECS into the renderer.
Yeah. No. The update is not part of the renderer. It's an intermediate layer. That's the interface that you're describing, and the interface then calls the renderer.
Isn't that like exactly the glue, but just not cross-platform? Bro,
Yeah,
we're literally on the same layer, except that you want to not have a simple function, and you instead want to have two different updates that change depending on the platform.
Yes, and then inside of the update you call draw mesh for Vulkan, and then if you have update metal, that one calls its draw mesh. And we don't tell an interface to have a draw mesh yet, because we don't know yet exactly what the interfaces are going to be.
Or you just do this, because like in this case here,
no, but
I
don't want to force somebody to have like for example the draw render pass or render pass update. I don't want that, because then we will have to go back and forth all the time, like saying, oh, but that I don't need this and you don't need that, or you need this but I don't need it, or we both maybe need it.
That's why you have these simple functions.
Yeah, but that's the simple function.
Very small.
No. Just init, dinit, and update. Because update you can do whatever. There you can have the draw mesh, the begin and %. And if it's not needed, one of those in metal, you don't do that in metal. And if he wants to do something like update the render pass, he does it in his update, but we don't do it in our update.
Or I mean, hear me out. Let's say you have a begin and a % thing here. You know, in the metal one it can do the render pass, and in Vulkan it could do absolutely nothing. Okay, doesn't matter, right?
But isn't that just the same as just calling it update? We're just saying the same thing, we're using different names.
No, it's just because update. I feel update is leaning a bit more towards the renderer than just being like independent, sorta.
Right. Elliptic, you can join. Are you part of? You can join the call if you want to, and I can give you permission to talk.
Sorry. Anyways, Lucas, the thing here.
But
let's say if we want to just draw 100 meshes, okay, then you can also just do this, right? It's a nice simple for loop, and the draw meshes, and you pass in the correct information, right? It's like two functions, right? Actually, three functions, right? And then you can have I don't know, render system, okay? And this like query, and then loop over, and then draw each thing, right? And instead now of doing that, you can just place this with that, ta-da! And it's like still very abstracted. It's still gonna have some use for both places, and you can do what the hell you want in here, and it's still gonna be cross-platform. So you don't need two different render systems. You don't need render system metal. I mean, you could have that, but also like, why?
So you're saying to do render system, but how does this one, if it's not separate for Vulkan and metal, how does it then know which one it should be working with?
Well, how it knows is because it knows which platform it is on. So if it's metal, it's gonna be using the metal draw mesh, right? And if it's Vulkan, it's gonna use the Vulkan draw mesh.
Guys, what are you even discussing right now?
Architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but like,
But isn't
choose the interface or not, or what was
yeah,
it?
nah, we're talking
well,
just
we're
how
not-
we're going to use it.
Yeah.
But wait, so you're wait. Yeah, draw system and then it will know from there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, draw mesh and yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at this,
Mm.
if it's gonna be metal, let's say metal
Oh
needs
wait,
a bunch
he
of
joined there.
stuff.
Wait,
Oop.
how do I?
Oh, I miss.
67 backend.
Exactly, I love my 67s.
Where is the there? And then let's see. Can you talk now or is it still? I think that permission should be able to talk. Live stream join.
But Lucas, has he ever spoken in the VC before?
I don't think he has. No wait,
I think you're breaking
have
admin
I
rules,
spoken?
maybe to get demoted.
I don't know, bro. I don't care. I think this rule is kinda eh.
Yeah.
It's hello?
Sound of silence.
Sound of silence.
Yes.
Some crazy silence there.
Right, guys, do you mind if I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to focus something.
Oh wait, then I mind. Okay.
Look.
Okay, we'll look real quick. What do you got?
So, we got, if I run the server, then I run one client, and I run another client.
Oh, is this the tank game? Nice.
No, it's like the games in general. But we have font rendering, SDF font rendering. Yeah,
But wait, can I use SIG to make a game with this?
no.
Nah, I
If
don't.
you want
I'm
to
not
use the
investing.
CA, if you want to use the CA via API.
Yeah, well that's fine. Like if it's even possible to use SIG, then
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you need to use the C functions, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, but that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
Wait, so
Yeah.
that's cool. T-shirt. Very nice, very nice. Did
Yes.
you
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Oh
Okay.
wait, X67
Wait,
background.
shit, this
But
is-
your
Okay,
servers, I know,
so-
it's right.
init, dinit, and then draw mesh. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the hot rule. You will have to expose all of those things. And okay, now it's starting to become Swedish here. Draw
yes.
mesh.
But you see, also with this, we can also make the mesh have different things inside of it, and so you're still gonna be passing through. Like what this really does is it's just gonna call the functions, but also like cross-platform.
Do they even need separate mesh? Like, isn't mesh something that is...
I'm not sure. Like,
I don't think
I
s-
don't know what they need. I don't know meshes, bro. I don't
No,
get paid
mesh
for
mesh
this,
is
okay?
just part of the ECS, and that just... Well, depending on... There's mesh inside of the ECS, and there's the mesh data vertices that's stored in the renderer, right? Well, the VRAM.
Yeah, I mean that's also one good thing about this, because if you have the asset manager as a separate thing in the rendering, like let's say the entities, their mesh component is just like the name of the mesh.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And in the ECS update, we can basically tell like the asset manager like, hey, we want lucas.obj, okay?
Mm.
And then we'll fetch that, and then we'll get the real mesh or
Okay.
whatever, and then we can draw that.
But don't we just then change the current renderer to be basically that what you're doing instead of all of
Well,
this?
I don't know what hell you want, but I mean, this is, I can already send you this in just the VC chat, because it's basically what we need, sort of. It's not really, but kind of. It's like already way better than what we have. So.
Or because is it still possible to do this with the V tables? Also, the thing that
Yeah,
you
but don't.
don't.
Yeah, but don't.
Okay.
No, bro, because VTables, why you can't have metal on Windows? You can't have metal on, I don't know, FreeBSD. You
Okay.
can't have Vulkan on macOS. Like, why have a runtime specific VTable for it?
Okay. Wait. You sent this thing. Okay. So we'll change.
Herald is suggesting.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey,
So,
little-
so I'm saying what Herald is suggesting is using the renderer methods inside the ECS part. So if you have a tick method, you just query the ECS, and then you call the methods on the renderer that to render stuff, right?
Honestly, wait. Wait. What did you? You have. I didn't quite understand.
So what Herald was suggesting was that you have a renderer and it has a bunch of methods.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say draw mesh method.
Mm-hmm.
So um, Herald would have what he'll have to do eventually is fetch loop through the ECS, find what he has to render,
Mm-hmm.
and then call those methods on it.
Yeah.
But if you do that, won't be able to do stuff like batching. So if you use Vulkan, you can batch things in a single draw call. If you use things like draw indirect or something like that, you might be also able to just do some parts of it in GPU in some specific backends. But if you don't do that, if you just have a single method called draw mesh, then all you can do is what that method allows you to do. You just fetch items that you want, you call draw mesh on it, and if your renderer supports draw mesh, you will draw a mesh.
That's true
Yeah,
as
I-
well.
Next,
Yeah.
you
I
call
thought
draw
about this. Yeah,
Okay.
I already thought about this, but what you would I think what you would do then, because both Metal and Vulkan have batching, you could have a like draw batching or like have a function for that. That's
That's true.
yeah.
What if you wanted to do mesh shaders? So I don't think Metal yet has mesh shaders.
Yeah, nah. Because Metal just doesn't have them, I don't think we'll ever be able to use them like at all even. So
No.
yeah. But no, I get what you mean. But I don't think it's gonna be too big of a problem, really. I think we can solve it.
I think it's just less flexible. If you want to try things out, it's IMO. It's better to just have more flexibility than not.
Right. Yeah, I also just think like let's say you have a player. I don't think you're gonna like figure out how to batch that like automatically. But like let's say you want to draw like 1,000 planes of grass, then you're maybe gonna have a separate component called like batch rendering component or something. And then that will go through a separate system that does batch rendering both on Metal and Vulkan. And even like if Metal doesn't have batch rendering, the Metal function for batch rendering can just like loop over it and draw the meshes separately.
But
And
but
it's not-
either way, either way, what you're suggesting is to use the renderers method separately on in the implementation side of it. And what me and Lucas is suggesting is using the renderer in the ECS in the ECS using the ECS in the renderer part so that the renderer can decide however it wants to render things. If it may want to not batch things, it may want to use mesh shaders, it may want to do anything else. It can just
Yeah.
choose to do what it wants to do.
I think it really depends on the complexity of the renderer because I don't know like how complex it is. Like if we are just gonna have like a simple draw mesh function, I think this is fine. But if we wanted to like a super good one that just does a bunch of shit automatically, then you could also just have two separate like systems for it. Like kind of like Lucas wanted with the update. I think it depends on the complexity.
Have you ever worked on renderers before? I'm not really sure.
Me, yeah, I've done like a lot with OpenGL and I made a triangle in Vulkan, I guess.
Okay. I think I can post some screenshots or something. I've written I'm working on a Vulkan renderer right now, It's using like mesh shaders and stuff.
Nice.
All right, yeah, you can post that in cool things, and then we can just give a bunch of thumbs up and
A star and make
more
a
thumbs up, I
new
guess.
a new star thingy. We haven't done a star in a while.
Yes, true.
That's right. On the Hollywood wall.
So
Yes.
I'm just basically using the same tick methods to just take the networking part, take the renderer, and it just queries things whatever it wants and does whatever it wants. I think
Right.
it's like it should be pretty fine. Um,
Yeah, I mean it works,
so
but
so
I,
since since,
yeah.
since you're not convinced, what I will suggest is you first build a renderer each. You try to use it, and then you just like do the tick method first, I guess, because you can do it really easily. You don't have to decide on the exact interfaces that you want. But if you want to do what like the comp time switching of the types, you have to first decide what the interfaces should be. Otherwise, you can't even implement simple things.
Yeah, but I think the thing I sent in this chat with just having like a begin and a percent and a drum mesh like works fine for now. And like if the people who do metal, if they want to add a new function, they can just add that, and then we on the Vulkan end can just like try to figure out what to do with that. I mean, you can just add more and more shit, and
Okay. So
yeah.
what I'll ask is, do you expect your engine's users to be familiar with what the APIs are, or do you just want them to use the API and the game engine at very high level to like just adding things, adding simple objects and moving them around with
The
animations and
main
stuff?
point is to
Well, the
make
only people who are gonna use it is us.
the main point is to make the game, not the engine. The engine is just the byproduct.
So you won't, they
Yeah.
won't be implementing features. So if I'm a user, I won't be able to say do rematching and stuff.
You
No,
no
because
you
you're never gonna be able to use it anyways. I mean,
the,
you can fork it, I guess, and do
Yeah.
whatever, but
yeah
So like,
there's a small thing that
yeah. So
Lorenzo is working on which might be relevant, and that's the WebAssembly modding. But that would expose just functionality.
yeah. Um, so this separate types thing makes even less sense to me now, because if you simply have a fixed amount of things you want to do, you only have a fixed amount of features you want to support in both the renderers, and you're trying to fit both of them into the same interfaces. And if I would be more inclined towards what he's suggesting, if the users had access to all these features, so like the users could choose if they wanted to use specific kind of features that worked on specific backends and stuff like that.
well, you still have access to those because let's say the metal type, like the metal renderer, exposes like a custom function that I don't know, it sends up a picture of Tim Cook or something, right? And that doesn't exist on Vulkan, then you can still like you can check if the platform is macOS, and then you can do renderer inner, and then you can do draw Tim Cook. You know, so you still have access to things, but you also have the abstraction for like simple things.
You can, you could also do that via so like ECS components. So personally, what I do for things like this is just create some ECS components for these specific things, add them to the ECS to the entities whatever you want, and the renderer or the like consumer of that stuff has to care about what things the entity has. So if the entity has a render badged component in it, it will try to batch it with the other similar things. If it doesn't have it, it won't try to batch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll actually even get to batching, but
Yeah, that's
well,
we'll see.
when we come there, we'll do it.
I don't think batching is that hard, honestly.
It's
Yeah, no, and I mean, if we just add a custom component for it, I don't think it's too bad.
okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll just switch this thing around a little bit. The main will be
Also, Lucas, also, you should move out the renderer.sig file out of the renderer folder. If you look into how STD does it, actually, you can see they, for example, have like the io.sig in their root, and then they
Right.
have an io folder.
I know.
It's actually
I know.
clean.
So, and according to like my interpretation of that is that everyone who uses that interface has to know about everything that interface provides you and use that interface by themselves. But the users of this game engine do not have to do that. They don't need to care about how everything is implemented, whether
Yeah.
it has a draw mesh command or like anything at all.
Yeah.
Draw
No.
mesh, destroy mesh, or create mesh. It doesn't have to even know anything.
Yeah.
It can just use whatever components the ECS has and do anything. So like if you want to pre-process some things in the metal renderer, you don't have to call process mesh then draw mesh. It will just know that it has processed the mesh or not, because the component will have that information, and you can just like do different things in both renderers.
You'll still be able to do that because we like the glue that holds together the ECS and the render. We can change that out also, depending if it's metal or Vulkan or whatever. And I don't think it's actually that important to think about right now. I mean, if we just have this like simple thing for now.
I agree. It will be just better to implement it first and then decide on these things later.
I still think
Because
it just.
these is like which
Just-
is not really productive.
I think still we can make it even more just the init update and the init, because draw mesh, for example, the only thing I could think of is that would be nice is to make sure that we draw it the same way. But then again, we are locking into making it sure that we do that. I think we can still allow that it will not even be guaranteed that they're drawn the same way.
Yeah, no, they absolutely don't have to. Like you can
But that's
the
what.
draw mesh, you can do whatever you want with.
No, but that's why I'm
Only
thinking
Vulkan
like
or metal.
that's why I'm thinking of just init, de-init, and update. Anything else is just don't care. That's the one who implements the renderer that's responsible for whatever happens inside of the update. If how you want to draw a mesh, how you want to do that, if that's up to you. We won't guarantee.
I agree. That's very.
Then because then the oh my god, yeah. Then of course all we have to see is just visually does it look somewhat the same, and once we have like these default things working, then we can think about the interface, like even such things as a draw mesh. But until then it's just init, de-init, and update.
I mean, you can really do whatever you want because I'm never gonna touch rendering, but I don't really see how having an update function like that would necessarily improve anything. But
It won't be simpler. Like it's much simpler than choosing the interface, because you don't
well,
have
we're gonna
to-
choose the interface anyways. That's
Yeah,
that's
It's
Can I
wait.
post some code where I'll just show what I do, and maybe you can have a better understand better what I'm talking about.
So wait, let me see.
I'm not sure that's needed. I mean,
It's
I
o-
think we'll figure it out.
it's okay. Wait, because okay, what I'm thinking is this. I will show that you have
Yes, I
the.
will sleep now and hope to be well tomorrow and not sick anymore.
All right. Good night,
Yeah,
T-Chef.
good luck with that.
Good
luck
with
with
the
that.
projects, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that. Sounded kind of aggressive. I don't know.
Have fun, you know.
Yeah, have fun. Have fun. Don't cry in your bed or anything.
So we have the
Yeah.
init, update,
Alright.
and de-init. Good night.
Good night.
Right? And then here in the init,
Mhm.
it will call the init if it's Vulkan. Well, you know, whatever. It's the same thing. It's you have Vulkan or you have metal, right? And all of these have like their own, depending on which one you want to call. It goes to either one of these, right? Then in the update
Yep.
of this is kind of like what is just most important, right? This makes sense, the init and the de-init, right? That's nothing too weird. Let's say the update. So you call update, that one checks then am I doing a Vulkan update or a metal update. You pass in the ECS as well to this thing, and then in here then you do what you described here. You do draw mesh. What the hell? What happened? Draw mesh, or what else you want to do that is specific for Vulkan. But these things are calling the renderers, like draw mesh. Okay, now that's became a little bit weird. Draw. So you have the renderer, draw mesh, and here you pass in what you spoke about to do, like if you want to filter it or whatnot. And then you have your own kind of like draw mesh in this thing. But
Yeah, and I get what you mean. I just don't think like the only difference from what our ideas here is that you want the update itself to be inside of the renderer, which requires to pass in an ECS.
no, the update would
Which
be
I don't like
outside.
because-
The update would be outside the renderer. It's just an extra middle ground that then calls that you do all of the stuff.
Well, yeah, if it's an extra middle ground, that's perfectly fine, but just don't have it inside of the renderer.
Yeah,
Just
no,
make
no.
it like really clear
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, so just two methods which just get the ECS and renderer both, and renderer can just use whatever is in the ECS in that loop.
Yeah, I mean I think me and Lucas have been on the same page here, but just
It's just that
slightly
the
different
thing what
ways of
we will have to
managing
do
things.
this which is weird kind of, is that we need the normal Metal and Vulkan renderer. Like this is the both what we're both thinking when we think about these renderers, right? It's exactly the same, but then we still need a separate Vulkan and metal kind of where these implementations are about the init, update, and dinit, right?
I mean, do we though? Because it makes sense. I know at least for Vulkan, it makes sense to have an init and a init function. Like when I make a Vulkan renderer, I always have like a init and a init function on it, anyways. So you know, and you can also like we can share a config for Metal and Vulkan. You know, that can tell stuff also.
But wait, and then let's see, and this is then the major renderer. Wait, because this is how I'm seeing it right now. Because you would have renderer, which you then select one of these, Vulkan or Metal, which then has their own kind of init, update, or dinit, and then of course in here you would have init also and dinit for this one. Well, this is like where it becomes very independent. Like, how do you want an init or dinit for Metal, and do you want the init or dinit for Vulkan? And then what do you want to do?
I think it makes sense though to have an init and the init on it anyways. The only thing, like real thing that's gonna be like very different in itself is gonna be the update, you know.
Yeah.
But that's like sort of like the independent of the renderer. Not independent. It's just slightly separated.
Yeah, that's where this kind of thing comes in, where it's like the update. This is like it's like kind of like an extra layer here, right? Because the update is here. It calls, if you're using the Vulkan, it has like its own kind of like instructions how it's gonna update, right? And then it calls whatever methods functions you have created inside of Vulkan over here. Well, if you use Metal, it has its own kind of like update and uses whatever custom functions you have inside of Metal.
Yeah.
So how do we create this thing without making...
That's the thing you're looking at behind your waste grabber.
Can we put both? I was thinking of having a separate file for both of this steel, or should we just put them all in here? Because the thing is that this update, it cannot. We will have two separate updates, so then it would be update inside of this Vulkan structure, because they cannot be the same update. One, because for example, our render pass, we won't do that in Vulkan, but they will do it in Metal, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing I showed here before. If you look at my stream, if I'm still streaming, that is, I don't know. You see, like, we're gonna switch depending on the platform. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So you could do. They will get quite large. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it would be nice to probably have them in a separate file, because the update will get pretty big, I think. And also the init and the dinit, because you want. You want
but-
to? Well, no, that those are actually render specific. Those are already in the renderer file itself, right? The init and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
init.
like we're gonna have a Vulkan, like we're gonna
Yeah.
have a Vulkan and a metal file, and those are the types. And
Yeah.
so in the init here, for example,
Yeah.
the only thing we do is we switch. I guess we can do like inner like that, and that's gonna be the thing here. And then we do switch built-in OS tag, right? And then if it's Mac OS, we do the metal init, right? And we pass in whatever. And then if it's not Mac OS, then we do the Vulkan init. Yeah,
Mm.
you see? And then we can just return with here, like that. You see? And they can do whatever they want with their own inits, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But wait, do you switch
Yeah,
still on the OS? Because you already take
Yeah.
in the renderer, can you not just call renderer init or inner init? Shouldn't know already which one it is. Oh wait, it's not. That's not the actual.
well, you
I thought it would be the actual
Well-
structure. You would like import and equal it to.
Well, I mean, you see the inner here is the actual like implementation or whatever.
Yeah, like wait, yeah, it wouldn't wait. Don't you say like it's the actual like for example we have the. I was thinking that when you do that inner, that it would return the Vulkan type, or then the renderer type, or is that dumb?
Well, it's the type of inner depends on the platform. Like if it on macOS, it's gonna be the type of metal, right?
Okay. Why
It's
is it?
compile time, you know.
Yeah. Wait, but so wait, is metal and Vulkan here? Is metal and Vulkan the actual like implement the structure, the renderer Vulkan and renderer metal, or are these
Yeah.
just names?
Well, there is names in my thingy because I
Yeah.
don't have any Vulkan here, but like
Yeah.
they're going to be like
But-
in it, and it's gonna store the instance and the devices or whatever.
Yeah. So then.
You know, it's gonna have all of its stuff.
Yeah. So then in the init, can you just not do? Yeah. Yeah. You should be able to just do. Yeah, but you still would like to switch on it in case if you have something different.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
because they both have the same like function signature, you would be able to just do like init here.
Yeah.
But like let's say the metal wants another type of parameter than Vulkan does
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. Yeah. So then you do still a switch and yeah. But
Yeah.
so would you Oof. Okay, now that's fine. So then yeah. So if it's but can I not switch on inner? Do I still switch on the OS?
You switch on the OS always. I mean, you can switch on the type, but it's why then, you know?
Okay.
It's actually what I'm doing with my old windowing. Like you can see here, I have this handle, and on Windows, it's my Windows 32 like window type, and then I have a union on Linux for X11 and Wayland.
Wait. Okay, wait. You do a handle switch equal OS window. Yeah, Win32 else union. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's my old window. That's not how I do it anymore, but yeah.
Hmm. And that's
Now
also
I have
another
to
thing
do
I
it for
think
the entire platform.
should we also be. We always say just else Vulkan. Oh, I guess it will always work, so it should be fine. It's just funny.
Yeah, like everything else should be Vulkan. But like if we wanted to have like OpenGL support, I think we would just do like a union, you know, like actually not here. Over here, sure Mac has OpenGL, but it's also like no, it's very bad. So we're just gonna pretend that a Mac doesn't have OpenGL. So then you could have your OpenGL thing here.
Yeah.
and your Vulkan, and then you can like see which one it is.
No, but I
yeah.
think this is fine. We'll go with this. This is so wait. I will create a new source client, and then inside of rendering, we'll create now Vulkan renderer.
Also, is renamed to renderer? Why is it called rendering? What? Is call the file and the folder the same?
Okay. Wait. I need to. Why is it not Vulkan renderer? Yeah. And then renaming this to renderer. Yay. Okay. And then what we can do in here is we just don't care. I go to here, renderer, and then what we can do is we take both these, and I guess we can just do that. Swap. Arrows don't like this, man. I like it. Not making them public.
Also, you should put the metal and the Vulkan after the field here.
Can't I just? Am I doing dumb? Isn't this how I should do it?
Well, how I usually do is I do like, at least for interfaces, which this is kind of an interface, then it's like imports, fields, implementations, like other common stuff like shared shit, and then functions, you know.
Yeah, but isn't this? I was thinking just this.
Oh Jesus, those are some terrible names. What is this? Oh, wow, my eyes.
Terrible names. What is wrong with this?
No, just push the shit and I can do this, bro.
Okay. Okay, just push the shit. But it's I will push on a branch though.
Yeah, do that.
As polishing or cleaning rendering interface. We should probably tell though and then git
Yeah, I know what you mean.
what are we gonna call it? Vulkan render. Push. I'll call it Vulkan render. It's kind of like intro to Vulkan render. But so, and then I will just I will quickly make a message also for us in here. Let's see, Planetary Sigma. Also, thank you X67 backend or Elliptic for your input. Really nice.
For your input, what is this? Corporate?
Yeah, what should I say? Feedback? Nah, it wasn't feedback. Or was it Nah, feedback is kind of different.
For being cool, I guess.
For being cool,
Essentially
yeah.
influence going my way, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. I should have the cool role.
Yes.
I think, don't we have a cool guy kind of role thingy? I don't know. Don't we? Oh, we do have cool guy. There, he's a cool guy now.
Nice.
I don't know if it gives anything extra, but you might be able to kick someone. I don't remember that role does, but you're a cool guy.
Yeah, it's just admin now.
It's just admin. Oops.
I'll just try doing a bunch of things, and if something works, I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
Don't let us know, actually. Just like abuse it secretly.
Yeah, that's also fine, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, have you guys tried the other Zig engine that's pretty popular called Match?
I haven't tried it because it's really outdated and not very good.
Okay, I did try it in the past.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It's not good anymore because it's outdated. But no, it was probably awesome back like I don't know, last year. But you know, everything is deprecated since then, so.
Yeah, for me, he was just using bleeding edge or beta versions of Zig at the time, so everything would just keep breaking on my end.
Mm.
because it was, like, specific Zig versions or something.
Yeah, welcome to Sig.
Yeah.
By the way, Lucas, what is the branch you did it to?
Vulkan renderer.
Vulkan renderer. Hmm. Well, I don't see it.
I did push it, right? Yeah, Vulkan render.
Are you sure you pushed it?
I'm 10% sure about it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Fantastic.
It is there on the GitHub. If you are looking in terminal, you have to do a git fetch and git pull. Git fetch all or something like that. If you want to see it.
Well, I can just do. Can I just do branch all?
No, you have to do it. Yeah, you have to do a thingy.
Or can well, okay, let's type it out. Okay. Yes, I have it. Yes. I have it.
Nice.
Okay, so we're gonna rename this shit. Gonna move this down here. Bam. Okay, Lucas. Now we're gonna teach you about naming. I know you don't like it, but so look here. So we have renderer, right?
But you're not even streaming. But anyways,
No,
render-
you're not going to sleep.
No, what? No,
Okay, fantastic.
I'm thinking about doing the Vulkan render.
Yeah. But well, just wait 1 second, and you can pull in just like 2 seconds, okay? Just look at my stream, and then you can pull and begin on your Vulkan stuff, okay? Sounds good? Yes. Fantastic. Just look at
2
my
seconds.
stream.
I will count those 2 seconds.
1,
Wait,
2,
it's not streaming. Okay, now it's streaming. 1,
Okay.
2. Okay, I'm done.
No, okay. 2,000 seconds. I mean, I forgot 3 zeros there. Okay, so you see, this is called renderer, and then we have Vulkan renderer. Isn't this terrible naming?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like you gotta think about it as if it was structures. Like everything is a structure. Okay, like folders, structures, files, structures. Okay.
Yeah,
So here, what we're doing is like we have renderer, and then we have a structure inside of that, basically.
Bro, you don't
Vulkan.
have to explain. I know what you have to do this.
Yeah, exactly. Bro.
Okay.
I'm just making you. I'm actually just baiting you to make you suffer because this is how I feel when you draw shit. Anyways, let's see. Yes. So Vulkan. Well, actually, because we're probably gonna split this up into like so many files, you know.
Probably should be separate
Right.
folders as well. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we can do a Vulkan dot not sig. Okay, you see, and then you can do your stuff in here. You can do
Yeah.
instance or
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then in here will be the actual like thing that encapsulates that and is.
You
has
can
the
you can
init
already
functions.
you can add the metal folder as well, just because when you do the push, it's
Yeah.
already there.
Yep. I also just add. Well, I guess we'll call this. We'll try with this organization or style or whatever. Do you like this, Lucas, or do you prefer just having it this here? Because me personally, it doesn't matter.
Actually, I prefer the at this still, but I don't know. Is this like becoming the new standard to have the namespace at the or name at the
I
top?
don't know.
Because it's not.
Well,
It's just convenient for me to see this. I always know that I'm talking about the current file that I'm in when I see at
Yeah.
this.
like it really depends because I think having something like this is readable for interfaces, but it's because interfaces have so many types. So I think we can actually use that this here. I think it makes sense. But if you look in IO, we can also look here. You see, IO is not inside of the IO folder, as you can see. So that's kind of like why I'm doing like render outside and then.
Yeah, but that makes
But they
sense
have
as
IO
well.
here.
Well, that makes sense. It's
Yeah,
just.
but they have IO at the top, but it's like,
Mm.
who cares? You know, IO the standard is a bit weird sometimes.
Mm.
I'll just give you the basic functions.
I
and
think I can
then-
actually reuse a lot of my rendering stuff still though from my old project, except we have to look into a few modern features I would like to try out. Besides that, we can reuse a lot. The only thing that will be different is probably the way I allocate stuff in Init, and that we'll have to look into.
Yeah. I
Um,
said that this is a mess.
We are letting Lorenzo fix that. Why can I never say his name right? I swear to
Yeah.
God.
I don't know. We'll just let him cook on that.
Yeah.
Um,
Or actually, I can do a quick
Let's see, yeah.
thing, but I will just clean up the main, but I will let him do the rest.
what is even happening here, bro?
Oh,
Okay.
you don't have to make anything that works. I just wanted to see like what do you. I was curious to know what do you mean by doing this init basically.
Right, but you know, I'm just gonna make this work because I know that it's gonna take 2,000 years for you to make it work.
What the
so-
fuck? You never trust me. Please use a reference in the init and the init I mean, and also in the update. The init of course doesn't make sense, but
Yes. All right. We can do that in here also.
or wait, should we actually use reference in the init as well to return an allocated?
I don't think so. Wait,
Because then you wouldn't. The thing is that it gets really weird with the memory allocation otherwise on hot reloading kind of stuff. No, it doesn't. It shouldn't, because you should just de-init the whole thing. But we had problems before, at least, when things weren't allocated on the heap with the renderer. Which was weird, because it didn't make any sense. Because the things that should have been returned wasn't returned as they should have been returned. I don't know. It was weird. It was some weird. Weird stack.
It's probably just because you were passing in pointers and like having pointers always makes it weird. It's just how it is.
Yeah, but the thing is that I didn't pass pointer, but yet the stack memory got overwritten somehow when I returned a stack, like the structure on the stack. You know, well, I don't know. So in that sense, it would have made sense to kind of have the, well, whatever.
Right.
Hello, Andrew.
Yes,
How are
Yo,
you?
It's Andrew.
I'm good. How are you?
We are all right.
We are very.
We are moving forward with the renderer right now. Andrew, wait, no. I wanted to ask a question, but maybe I should answer your question first. So, we're moving forward with the renderer. Lorenzo just pushed a version that was working on macOS. He had a very sophisticated way for the abstraction and interface, but a bit overkill because we are not really sure yet on the interface, so we are changing it to be simple as init, init, and update, and then you do whatever you want for the specific renderer that you're using. Yeah. So a little bit of a change in that direction, but yeah. Besides that,
I want to
it's
support web render.
web render.
Andrew,
Yes.
Lucas basically hired me to say whatever he wants, like to support him and stuff.
Oh, that explains things.
Hey, come on, don't spoil it. Don't let them know about it.
What Oh, okay.
I told you, Lucas. Anyways, this works like semi-okay. You know, even
That's
the metal one actually does have AD in it. So,
Yeah. No, it's okay. We will
that's...
tell Lorenzo about the. I accidentally removed the whole thing from the renderer. I just realized, but that's okay. let's see. Was there a no? A no? No. I started. Why am I speaking Swedish today with you guys?
Push.
Thank you.
Because för att jag talar svenska självklart.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, that's right. Lucas, can't you speak some Swedish? You know, I can hear your thick Finnish accent.
It's inte den så tjock.
Den är väldigt tjock.
Nej, den är inte det.
Den är lika tjock som din mamma. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
Could you guess what my accent was?
What?
What his accent is?
Could you guess what my accent is?
What accent you have? Or
Yep.
I think it must be Australian.
Indian.
Right? What?
Australian?
Indian?
Nah, bro. I'm guessing middle Western Indian. Yes, very specific here. Am I right?
I suppose it was very hard to guess, but yes, it was India.
Yeah.
Damn
Well,
it.
it could have been Sri Lanka. You know, it could have been.
I guess, yeah.
You never know. But like also guessing India is kind of good guess because it's like a really big part of the world. You know, it doesn't matter.
Aliens, yeah.
Exactly. You can always guess India
It's
if you don't know, or
so-
China.
So
Yeah.
load asset null terminated should actually just be called load assets set. It's set like null,
Set, yes.
null terminated in okay.
Well, if you look in like everywhere in the standard library, things are like set. There's like open sets or like.
Yeah, no,
whatever.
I have used it before, but and I remember it had something to do with null termination, but I never really thought about it. But
Yeah.
actually, just that was all it literally meant. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's all it meant. It is nice and simple and easy, and if you know it, you know it. You know, it's
I'm gonna
good.
take this. This all is very specific for the. I know his idea about all this, but I think it's again also very specific for the renderer of the.
Can't we have the renderer actually have a functions also for loading assets, and then the asset manager can just use those or something? I don't know.
Loading assets. Yeah, we still just want, but no, it's in a kind of asset manager that is responsible for loading.
Loading the raw data, you mean?
Yeah.
I guess.
Um,
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Probably, maybe. At
I
least
suppose
the
kind
path.
of in the init, if you do the asset server before the renderer, right? You can pass in the asset server into the renderer, and then you can like convert those assets into what Vulkan or Metal wants. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would just load the raw. Like if you were reading the file, I think that would
Yeah.
then it's up to the renderer, like it in itself, how does it want to parse it and use the information.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, man. You figure that shit out. I'm just doing windowing, alright.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm gonna put-
Technically, you could already use my windowing library, except one little small issue is that I don't really have keyboard support on X11. Slight issue, but you know that's fine. Who needs keys anyways?
You need keys. That
Did you
in
look
in
into
render
the-
doc, that's literally the thing that is being used.
Keys?
Yeah, the render docs is using the X11.
Yeah, but like you just don't need to have key support. You don't need to like press W and actually get a W. You know, key codes are good enough.
What? Oh yeah, no, we don't need the other stuff. No, fuck that.
No, like what we do is we make a map, okay, and then we get the username so we can see if it's Lucas, and then we can just hard code what key code leads to what key sim,
Damn,
right?
that voice
And
script
if
was
it's on
amazing.
heralds, yeah, I know, bro. I've spoken so much. God damn, I should keep myself. What?
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, yes.
I need water, bro.
Did you, by the way, look into the windowing libraries from Match? They also
Match?
had a bunch of for the game engine in Zig, the
Oh,
popular one.
Harald
Well,
has.
they use GLFW.
They also had a bunch of backends in the latest branch. I think I looked into it a little bit, but I didn't think the backends were usable, but they could be iterated upon, I guess.
I guess I don't know. I used to do my shit from scratch, but yeah,
So yeah, that's the cool way.
of course.
Oh shit. Okay, thank God. Where did the... Yeah, that's the right spot. Renderer. Oh, it's... Why is this folder called uppercase renderer?
Because it's the type. Like, okay, bro, just open up the standard library folder structure, and you can see they do the same thing. It does make sense, actually.
I thought
Does
because
make sense.
it's in like more of a namespace than it's an actual structure type.
Well,
Oh, okay,
you got to imagine that folders are also namespaces.
Yeah, but shouldn't that's why it
They're
should
like
be
a
lowercase.
chained. Well, no, it's because it's more like because the renderer.sig is a type, and like because it's an interface, it has its own implementations and its sub things inside of there. I don't know, man. Just copy the standard library and everything will go well. Okay.
Okay.
It does make quite a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then you render that update, and these things are also the things that should be hot reloaded, so it will work perfectly. It.
Right.
The add. Then the try also, but
Also, you forgot to try on
Yeah.
the updates.
oops, capital up. Update. Oh my god. Okay, well that should be it. There's nothing really more to it at the moment. That's fine. I think it just overwrote the whole client thing. I didn't think about it, but that's okay.
Perfect.
But that's even more convenient because then we can just run it without... No, we cannot. Okay, interesting. It's fine. Metal.sig file import here.
Can you explain me what push constants in Vulkan actually are? Like, how are they different from uniform buffers? I kind of don't understand this.
They're smaller and they're faster.
Like, how are they like implemented? Like from the name,
Well,
it seems like
it's
they
GPU specific. It's just like a little bit of shared memory between the CPU and GPU that is like really fast to change, and it's like really small. It's like 128 bytes.
Yeah, I thought that, yeah, but kind of strange.
So the special thing
Yeah.
about push constant is that you can change it for every pass, but uniform buffers you cannot. So uniform buffers are basically for when you want to push a bunch of data per frame to the GPU, but push constants are for things when you want to change some small amount of data for every pass. So let's say I have a few indices and a few small flags that I want to pass to the GPU for some specific passes. You can just flip those, put that into the command buffer itself, and then run the pass to like have them applied.
Okay, I get it. It's because when I prepare to create render buffers, I update all buffers and later I issue all commands. And so like I can't insert updating for buffer like in between them because like it doesn't work this way. But yeah, I can change push constant. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, push constant you can change per pass. They are very useful for only that things. So basically, if you have more than a few bytes that you want to use, like differently in different passes, what you can do is just have a big buffer, store all your data in it, and then in push constants you can just change a simple index to point into that big buffer. So like, it's really useful for things like this.
Yeah, and so like they are supposed to be stored in like command buffer temporarily. Yes. Okay. Makes sense. How our APIs lived without it? Seems like OP feature.
I mean, wait, what? Wait, sorry. When you said constant, I was thinking about what do you mean constant in Sig? But okay, you meant
No, I mean constants in Vulkan.
Yeah, but what do you mean API left it out, or what? What do you mean by that?
Like
OpenGL doesn't have them.
Yeah, OpenGL just uses inform buffers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's old. That's all.
Yeah, I don't
Push
know.
constant, like low level, I guess.
Yeah, they are also like limited 128 or 256 bytes, I think.
Yeah. Depending on the GPU, yeah.
Yeah. You can actually find it. You can just do Vulkan info and then I think you can grep push and you can find it. No, can you not?
I found it previously.
How do
I
you
just
do?
modified my program to print physical device properties and it printed it.
Push descriptor. What are they called to find the constants?
They're called push constants.
Yeah, but I should.
It should have come up when you. Yeah, I understand. I'm not sure where they show actually. You'll have to just look that up. Let me look it up actually.
You can query it in from Vulkan, yeah. But yeah, I guess you just store pointers in it or indices. Maybe matrices. Okay, man. That's kind of it.
Okay, it says that this it's mentioned in BK physical device limits.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this particular CLI prints it.
I have a vague memory of it showing, but there's also the what is it called the
show all flag.
Yeah, what is it called? Just -v?
It's called show all. It's in the help.
Show all. But
Yeah.
But to run the visual GUI.
Capital P.
Is
or
it
just
case
insensitive?
Oh, it is case sensitive. Yeah, their push constant size 256. Yeah. And why do it? But why is it? What? Okay, so it is.
Push descriptor is a separate thing.
Yeah. Okay. I thought the grep wasn't. Oh my god! Why did I think that? Okay. No, it's okay. No, I have to remember that grep is case sensitive. I thought it wasn't. I was like, what? It's crazy. That's okay. I'm thinking these things are actually really convenient that he did for the rendering of stuff, but I'm still not sure that I would like to. They are really nice, like well, except for that would not be relevant for everything. I think still I will just put them in the metal for now, even though I know they are relevant also for Vulkan, but I don't want to Let's see, it has to become over here. Well, apparently there's G size, whatever.
I feel like most of uses of any error is a mistake, except for like super generic code.
Most use case, what? Sorry,
Of any error.
is misuse.
Yeah, but, because if it's any error, you can't really do anything with it. You can only print it and trash.
Hmm.
You can still switch on it, right? But you
But
don't
you
know
can't.
what it could be,
Yeah.
but you have to always do a else part.
Yes.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted to select all. Multi-select. What the fuck? Come on. But it just added. I want the whole
We used
document.
any error
Why does it?
in first prototype of writer, and it was a disaster. I mean, not we. It was in first prototype.
Mm-hmm. I mean, multi-cursor add match. But that's and multi-cursor. I want this all matches inside of current file.
Multi-cursor, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. But I'm trying to make it a slightly. Let's see, multi-cursor add. Is there add all?
What are you trying to achieve?
I want to, when I do a short, for example, in here right now, I want to select all of current renderer dot. I want to select all of them within just MA, right? Because why is it getting LSP is broken again, or not? Nah, LSP. What's it called? My Neovim renderer. So in here I can do space M and then A. But it just selects the current ones in view for some reason. I wanted to select all of them. You can say this one will get selected. And that's what I'm trying
That's
to...
yeah, that's strange. Well, why would you even support selecting all of them in a view? It seems like kind of a strange feature.
Yeah. And there's no... Because this is multi-cursor... This is basically what got this, the multi-cursor add matches. Multi-cursor add up, multi-cursor add matches, V. Okay, here's in previous era. No, what? Why would I add jump next? What the fuck? There isn't even such an option. Why would this thing even exist? It's so dumb. Add match. Search for the word under the cursor in normal mode or visual area in visual mode and add a new cursor to each match. By default, cursor only added to match in the visual buffer. Ah. But how do... Wait. Yeah, as above, but limited matches to the previous visual area. What does that mean, to the previous visual area? That's just the 3. Ah, I need it. Well, I assume to only have 3. But still, like, I don't want to go through each and every one this one manually. I could do that, because I could add next. But I want it to be... Okay. I can do this, like, going here, cd config. What am I doing? And then I can tell the AI to fix this shit. Oh, wow. leader MA select all. Just simple. You're using which is provides those multicursor functions. The issue is that multicursor only match source of visual area by default. Let's check your current key binding files, fix it. Looking at the multicursor new plugin, the multicursor match add command only searches the visible area by default. Unfortunately, this plugin doesn't have the built-in option that search for entire buffer. However, there is a better alternative, Vim Visual Multi, which has this function built in. It's more powerful a multi-cursor plugin that supports select all cursors through word switch. More powerful plugin. Uses Control N for selection similar to Sublime Text. Okay, I mean, keep multi-cursor. I mean, okay, we can switch. It will probably figure out how to. I should probably answer. Let's see. So it's gonna change. Just gonna do a quick git status. Have done changes. Okay, before that, I'm just gonna get that mid back up. Okay, and then it's changing this to this new plugin, removing that, and let's see, it looks to be fine. Multi-cursor on word under cursor, skip next, remove previous, select all occurrences. Let's try it. There.
Maybe, is it okay if frame rate jumps so much on the graph?
What do you mean it jumps?
Kind of strange.
Usually it jumps quite
Like,
a lot.
yeah, I posted a screenshot if you...
Yeah, okay, I'll look at it.
I get it. That's pretty suspicious.
Wait, what are you doing really? Because you must have a cap. 143 FPS is quite low.
I mean, it's my device refresh rate monitor.
Okay.
So synced.
Okay, so okay, you got to, okay, then it makes sense. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
You can
Like,
go
Not that. That huge fluctuation is quite interesting, actually.
it's like the one at the end is probably because I tried to screenshot it and it jumped because of screenshot.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't know. Even if I
Like,
render
it's sometimes yeah.
if I render something,
145.
I don't cap my FPS, but I get like, if let's say I have 1400 FPS, it fluctuates between like 1200 to 1500. So it's like, if you take that in reference to you, I should like, you have 140, it would be 120 to 150 ish. So it's really weird that I'm making the assumption that those yellow bars were like the amounts of frames also measured per second.
Like, yeah, it obviously fluctuates if I don't cap it.
Yeah.
Because, like, it really depends on the specs of what. Or, like, I posted a screenshot of me not capping it.
Oh, wait, did it actually do it?
It fluctuates even more.
Okay, nice. Wait. Oh shit. So wait, I'm gonna do this now. Multi-select real quick, and then Okay, now it's it
I
is.
guess if I can't notice like issues with it like lagging, it doesn't matter. In the end.
I think you got all of them. Yeah.
I'll just get some water and some shit, but I'll be
Yeah,
back.
you get some water and shit.
Kinda scary how I only rendered uh, like nothing, and it's already 1/40th of allowed frame time.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I don't know, I don't think that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I was not sure. It's really funny. I accidentally found this layer. I I was implementing detection of layers. So like instead of just asking it to always use the same layers, I first ask which layers are available and don't enable layers which are not available. And like when I asked it for layers, I iterated using for loop, and I captured a value by value. And so when I tried to copy the name from where to like temporary list, like value disappeared at the end of the loop, and so it started to enable random layers which were not in my list. So I accidentally found this layer, which was like it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Oh, actually, all of these shouldn't be. Oh, whatever.
Andrew, what OS are you using?
I'm using Pop OS and Cosmic Desktop.
Okay. I wonder if it's the OS reschedule, like context switching your application.
Maybe. Lucas, can you try enable this extension as well, this layer in Vulkan as well?
Try enabling what?
Will it also show you
Which extension?
like this specific layer, which shows you like frame rate.
Which
Vulkan
one?
Mesa overlay.
Vulkan Mesa overlay?
Yeah, I'll give you exact name. It's
Because
it's VK underscore layer underscore Mesa overlay.
Because I can just see if I have it like this. Underscore Mesa. Mesa image alignment control.
It's not it. I'm not sure if I actually installed it. I was not installing it. It just installed itself.
Vulkan. There's also what is the damn thing I'm trying to launch? I don't remember what it's called. Right. What is like the UI interface for Vulkan? Is it just Vulkan? Is it just like Vulkan? I don't remember.
What do you mean UI
Oh,
interface for Vulkan?
just the
Vulkan config?
yeah,
VK
Vulkan config.
config.
Yeah. Is it VK config? Yeah, it's VK config. GUI. There. This is what I wanted. Do you want to download?
I'm back.
I thought I already had the latest version, but I'm not gonna do it through that if I'm gonna update it. Welcome back. Oh wait, there is Vulkan layer. You mean layer method device? No. Interesting.
No.
But yeah, there's like you should be able to find the your compatible extensions in here. somewhere. I don't know what. Selected frame using the layer of Vulkan. Okay. I'm just going through all of these. Vulkan drivers. Yeah. Nah. Application diagnostics. About. I know you can see it somewhere over here. I know you can. I have done it, I think. Or is it just because I've been messing around with validation layers stuff and then... Okay, now I don't know when I'm pressing just buttons. No, swear to God, I have seen it. And yeah, when all in an executable, meh. I swear to God, I have seen it somewhere. Yeah, apparently. It's okay. What was I now gonna do? I was gonna do a quick one of these. And I wanted to go into here. And I wanted to take back the... Well, I could actually just do it in here. I don't need that. We don't initialize the server here. I think that should definitely be done at the top on star. Or like, what
Okay, guys, I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, yeah.
What did we just connection? What did we call the thing when it was there? Stream. IO. Stream. We just called it stream. Why do we have a sleep here?
I don't know.
Okay, great. Straight stream. I just want to add this back because it's well, it's actually kind of convenient that we don't really connect the server yet. Maybe once I get the Vulkan triangle, yeah, okay, we will get that first triangle, then we can render that. And I want to see what can we actually change here. So when we initialize the application, first thing we just have to do is set it to use this version. What is the Vulkan SDK? Pac-Man Vulkan. Okay. They usually talk.
If you want a simple hello triangle example in Zig, you can, I think, look at Vulkan Zig in the library. There's a like very simple example of hello triangle.
Probably, yeah. No, what I want to do is to just try to look into these modern features and just get to the base of everything. Which one is just the... Am I... Damn. What you doing? Good question. Dynamic rendering? No. It's... I'm just gonna read through these ones and see. I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet. So I just want to read through what are the new things that exist in today's stuff. I haven't gotten that far yet. We're still just designing a few more ideas about how to make this possible for the well, everything. I know this one talks about how to get the SDK, but I think it's just Windows specific. Okay, man. Well, is it just Vulkan Devil? Is that it? But that should mean that I'm up to date with it, isn't it? Ah, okay. They're all default all. Yeah. So now if I do vk config GUI. Yeah, now it seems 1.4.3. Do you want to download the latest? Well, that's what it seems to be. Okay, wait, there's a few that don't use it, but that's okay. Vulkan info less. Yeah, that could also have worked. But yeah, we are up to date now. Don't know why, but I didn't. Look, devil. Don't know why I did not think about that. But it's okay. But so yeah, so I should have be able to. I was still able to use this, but now especially we're able to do that. Check support for target version. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm actually just gonna do in Vulkan. We have metal. I'm not gonna touch, and I'm just gonna be a little bit rude and tell Lorenzo to move stuff from here to that thing, even though these are like actually shared stuff that could be used in both renderers, both metal and Vulkan, but because we are not really sure yet on exactly every implementation, I'm rather make duplicates and we'll merge it later on when we can see a clear outline of things, even though those things should be pretty obvious. But the thing is yeah, they are still like used in different places across the code, so just for convenience start, we'll not do that. Do I want this in here? I think I do want it in here. We want to actually join the idea, which we used to do in the legacy. Renderer, so we're gonna probably steal a lot of, not this yet, but these things we're gonna steal. Yeah. If ending stream soon, so right, just Jane on Twitch side if she's live. Yeah, I could do that. I don't know how many are watching on Twitch. It's 1 viewer, so that would be crazy. Look at how many of you have turned in here today. That's crazy. Kick has 2 popping viewers. That's even crazier. But yeah, I guess this will just be VK and it will be public. No, Harold is very happy. Yeah, put this up constant import, and this will be just. Do we have it already imported? Vulkan. I don't think we do. Build client. GLFW shaders. We don't even do this. Wow. I think I can just do an easy. Yeah, just the Vulkan dependency headers. And then we're gonna take that. And this will be used if you're not on Mac, right? So yeah, this will happen here if that. Else we'll just take this, we'll slightly tweak it to just be dependency. Save that, so we get this, and then exe root module that import, and cb name will be, wait,
I'm back.
Well, welcome back. How have you been? I hope you have been great.
I've been very bread.
Very bread. You like bread? That's crazy.
I love.
You love bread? Nah, that's crazy. It should just be enough to do that. Just go Vulkan. Then we're gonna do Vulkan headers. So. My bad. Well, That's okay. Not really. The fuck. We'll get into it in a bit. For now, I just wanted to see that this went through. And another thing I need to do right now is that I need to add something from here. I probably want this thing. It's just convenient, utils. Don't need the load shader though, while into buffer, but so turn that. Oops, and then I also want to do turn that on this one. We're gonna go to source. Wait, this one is in the wrong place. Fuck. Really? I thought I opened it in the right. Oh, it closed both. Right. I guess it platter is second. Oh, no, this is in the right spot. Oh, because it's still used. Oh my god. It's okay. Renderer, Vulkan, and then we want to take the utils from here. So I can also do it in here. Source, client, renderer. Why doesn't it display me the... Well, I know it should be there, but it's not. I'm just gonna do this, and then we can close both of them. And then we can close that. Now, because we do have this, we can go to here. Oh, wait. Wait, didn't I pull your changes? Well, we will have some conflict, it's okay. I thought I pulled them. Moving. Oh my god. Moving. I can ask for moving. Yes, very descriptive. Beautiful. No, wait. So you didn't create the. You didn't push the changes that you added the metal and Vulkan folders. Harold. Harold? I think he died.
Hmm?
You didn't push the changes that you added the metal and Vulkan folders.
I did though.
Well, apparently not. I don't see them there.
Oh right, Git doesn't do that.
Well,
It doesn't push empty folders.
Well, I will just create it then. Source, client.
Yeah, no, but like Git just doesn't make like push empty folders.
That's okay. Wait, you can create a folder like this, can't you? That's a file. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. Where am I? Source, client, and then render. Yeah. Like there, can you try two layers at the same time? Can I do metal Vulkan? I can. And then we can move this one Vulkan. Do this like so. And then I want to like change utils. Yeah. We want to change this thing at the bottom because we want to need this low violence buffer. Nope, this can go away. These things we will need because this is just, well, yeah, proc address and stuff which are convenient. And then we can load Vulkan into this thing. And then we can also do pub const. Am I doing something stupid right now? I think I'm doing something very stupid. No, okay, I just do it for this thing. That's the same I want to do for this one. Like so. We go in here. Let's do another. These. Let's see what's wrong in the build system. Vulkan headers. That should be in the. Let's see. Did they already exist? home and no dependency name Vulkan headers. What? Hey, what's going on? Son. Don't we have the Vulkan headers? Vulkan headers. GLF header. We don't have the Vulkan headers. That's okay, go ahead and just take it from there as well. Bam. And do I want, where does it make sense, kind of? I'll put them here. Let's see. And let's see, YouTube found that makes sense. Vulkan, but it should understand that it's still a fun. Let's see. Maybe it doesn't. Then it's server line 66 here. Yes, the objective C stuff, but I don't want to be able to load that right now, so I'm actually just gonna do this. I think it's fine. And then metal. Wait, hold on. How does that even find? Yeah, no, that doesn't exist. Wait, what? Inside of the main. Yeah, metal render is no longer there. And now it's build overs renderer. Root file struct built-in has no member OS. No uppercase. Only. No? What? Okay, OS is no longer in built-in. What? Is it just standard library?
What do you want? Oh, it's built. No, it's not standard. It's built-in.
Oh, but where
Like
could
built-in. It's a separate module.
so it doesn't come from standard library at all.
No.
Oh, it's in. And then built-in OS. Okay. And those. Perfect. I thought it was compiling, but it ran. A player mesa overlay. Wait, what is this? Okay. Later developed by the Intel, integrated into the Mesa 3D graphics library to display real-time performance metrics and statistics for Vulkan application. It was initially created by monitor Vulkan performance on Intel ANV drivers, but now works on AMD. Ah. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Ah, okay, I see. Okay. Okay. No, it's okay. I think we're gonna call it for today. It's 1 a.m. for me, but I think we'll probably like keep these things until this time for me. Maybe even longer the streams. Yeah, I'm thinking of extending the time for the time that I stream by quite a lot. Because why not? I will just suffer a little bit my sleep schedule, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Alright. Thank you for watching. We'll see each other tomorrow again. And yeah, good night, everybody. Or morning, wherever you are, but bye.
It's almost morning here.